This Etsy shop has made over $300,000 from selling digital download patterns. And today, we're going over the AI pattern business. This is by far the easiest and most simple business. I figured now would be a good time to make a comprehensive video outlining how to use AI tools to create these seamless pattern textures and potentially sell them online for some passive income. Well, with the recent release of MidJoureny version 5 and the fact that nobody is tapping into the business model yet, the whole procedure is now quite simple. The pattern is first generated by a text-to-image AI. MidJoureny, an image AI will be employing, takes a cue from the user to determine what sort of picture should be generated, and after giving it a moment of consideration, it will make a whole new design for you. Within the question mark, seamless pattern textures and very high-quality photos may be obtained by searching with certain keywords. The last step is to find a place to sell the pattern online once you've generated it. This is one of the simplest side businesses to start since the image AI handles almost all of the work that you may begin. But before we go, I'd want to have you make some completely random patterns. Let's rapidly assess what kinds of designs are now popular and how much money we might earn off of them. One store, known as Old Market, has generated over $307,000 by specializing in the sale of digital sheets and seamless patterns. This flower pattern set has a ton of reviews on Etsy, which demonstrates how popular it is. What individuals are really doing with these is also transparent to us. Envelopes, journals, sublamination, fabric printing, and other craft uses are just a few examples. We can use this information to make superior designs for our clients, and I'll teach you how to do it in under a minute. Since its launch in 2015, online store Digital Curio has amassed over 711,000 customers and an estimated $3.02 million in sales. Although the company does carry other items, many customers often purchase the seamless pattern textures. Now bear in mind that selling digital goods is a simple business plan that will allow you to retain close to 91% of your gross income in profit after Etsy deducts their fees and taxes. In essence, what you're offering is an enlarged version of a MidJoureny pattern in digital download form. Would it be useful to have a video showing how to post digital goods on Etsy? Post your thoughts below. It's a breeze to become a member of the MidJoureny AI now. To participate in the beta, visit their site and choose the button labeled Join the Beta from the menu that appears. Clicking this link will take you to their Discord server where you may make. To participate, you'll need a Discord account. If you don't already have one, get one now. The use of Discord costs nothing. The basic MidJoureny server is free to use, but if you want to make money from your designs, you'll need to subscribe to one of their premium plans in order to get commercial rights to the pictures you create. Having your own server will make things much more convenient for you. To accomplish this, choose the option you want, then click the sign and choose Create My, and then for myself and my pals, and call it anything you want. When returning to the MidJoureny server, choose the MidJoureny option. The server you just created will appear in a drop-down menu. Choose it, and then click the Add to Server button. You may produce graphics independently of other users by connecting to your server on the left side of the screen. The first picture may be made, however, after we have joined the MidTrip Discord server. Enter a / into the chat box and then choose settings from the drop-down menu that appears. Be careful to check that mid-trip. The number 5 is chosen and the option is closed. Type another / into the chat box, and this time choose Imagine from the drop-down menu that appears. Here, we may provide the concept for the desired pattern. To re-roll the same question with 4 new photos, click the button on the right. If you like one of the samples up there, you can make other patterns that appear similar by using the bottom row of buttons, and you can expand one of the pictures by using the top row of buttons. If we like the second and fourth photos but want to see them at a bigger size, we may do so by clicking the relevant upscale buttons. There's a lot we can do with that prompt to produce much nicer designs, but for now, just know that this is a seamless pattern that can be repeated as much as you want by sticking it next to itself. Now let's go back to the settings page by typing a / there. You have complete control over the AI's level of individuality and inventiveness. A low stylization, for instance, may attempt to produce the picture in the most literal way possible given the instruction. Although a higher level of stylization will include more of the AU's own original inventiveness, we may still choose one. This is a fun approach to experiment with the settings and see what works best for your photos. Personally, I like to keep the stylization at its highest setting. Instead, I'll reset it to medium and probably add 500. This is the least demanding side job since you may make up your own patterns. These designs are lovely, but I think we could develop more watercolor patterns that would sell just as well on Etsy as the ones that are currently there. Let me simply go into the middle. Then either give it additional information about the pattern type I'm looking for, or give it a moment to produce the picture and see what it comes up with. If you don't like the results and want to use the same question again. And in my opinion, MidJoureny 5 produces some of the most beautiful designs available. Watercolor flowers remarkably similar to those now selling on Etsy have been obtained, and this is only the beginning. We could also ask the AI to come up with something. Vintage designs of hand-drawn mountains, funny cartoon characters, cactus, or even lanterns floating in the night sky. But getting back to what we just made, I can view the upscaled picture in my browser by clicking on it, then save it to my downloads by right-clicking on it. Finally, if you're considering giving this a try, you probably want to know how to correct any visual issues that may arise. The stress that normally arises mid-trip. For this, I use Photoshop. I'll demonstrate how to correct a pattern error by providing one of my own. I'll drop the picture in and then use the Spot Heal tool from the menu on the left. Now I can just hover the mouse over the offending region and with a right click, scale it to the desired dimensions. And now I can easily fix the blemishes the computer generated by painting over them. After I'm through making changes, I can save the file as a PNG by going to the File menu in the upper left and selecting Export. And it will keep the changes we made just now. It's exciting because there are a number of ways we can make money off of these patterns. The simplest option would be to offer the file for sale as a digital download on a website like Etsy. As we discussed at the beginning of this video, because we're merely selling the revamped MidJoureny artwork, the only actual preparation needed is to develop a great listing for it on Etsy so that people would want to purchase it. We are aware that these designs may be offered as digital downloads on the marketplace Etsy, but there are further methods to profit from them. For instance, we could utilize Printed to choose best-selling goods like these, upload our pattern to the product, and then make sure to select the Generate Pattern button. And now, we have a blueprint for a marketable product. When someone buys a product from your Etsy store, the company will take a blank version of the product, feed it into a printing machine, and print on your pattern. This is known as the print-on-demand business model. They will even wrap it up and send it off to your client without you having to lift a finger. Printy also has direct Etsy integration, so after you've made a product using your pattern, you can upload it to your store on Etsy with a single click. The problem is that each listing on Etsy costs roughly 20 cents, which can add up quickly. As an alternative, you might launch your side business on a platform like Red with zero cost to you. After you've uploaded your design, it will be shown on all of the store's available merchandise. We'll have to deactivate the ones where it doesn't look nice, but it looks fantastic on this phone cover. For example, the greatest thing is that it doesn't cost you a dime to offer your items for sale on Redbubble or any of the other marketplaces like Society, to which it connects. Absolutely no cost at all. Over 30 million unique users each month are drawn to these websites. There's some competition on these sites, but the print-on-demand strategy they use makes selling your designs almost hands-free after they've been posted. You may submit the same pattern to all three sites if you want. Establish your own prices, and then just divide the commission with whatever site you prefer. All advertising and customer service will be handled by Redbubble and Society. This company might be the catalyst for your entry into the e-commerce market. And I don't know if there are any simpler ways to get extra money. It may be worthwhile to try selling online, even if you don't generate a ton of money just to build your self-assurance. How do you like this method of making money? Write your opinion in the comments.